Hello everyone, my name is Aman Tariq and I am from BSSE 3B. My project for statistics is titled Titanic Survival Predictions. In this project, I explore the Titanic disaster through the data analysis and machine learning to predict passenger survival. The goal of this project was to identify the factors influencing passenger survival during the Titanic disaster. By leveraging data cleaning, preprocessing, and exploratory data analysis, I aim to uncover insights into how characteristics like age, gender, and class affect survival rates. So the next step was data analysis and visualization steps: NumPy, Pandas, Seaborn, and Matplotlib. Seaborn and Matplotlib for visualizations, NumPy for numerical operations, and Pandas for data manipulation. Here are some data types for numerical and categorical data cleaning and preprocessing. Data cleaning focused on handling missing values, outliers, and feature engineering. Navigating the gaps, handling missing data. Missing data was a significant challenge. For example, 77% of the cabin data was missing, 20% of the age, and less than 1% of the embarked data was missing. Then I used KNN imputation for numerical features and mode imputation for categorical features to find the missing data. Here you can see is null sum to count missing values per column. Passenger were calculated using is null sum, then definition multiplication by 100, fare and age distribution. For example, a fare variable showed a strong positive skew while age had a moderate positive skew. Outliers were handled using the interquartile range. Here you can see the code for fare. I import the pandas library and then use interquartile range to improve the data. Feature engineering was crucial for improving analysis. Two key features were created: family size and is alone, which combines the number of family members on board; is alone, who identifies if passenger was traveling alone. Then survival by gender. The analysis revealed the females had a significant higher rate of survival, like 74%, and as compared to the males at 19%. This indicates prioritization during rescue efforts. Next slide is about survival by passenger class. Passengers in higher classes such as first and second class had much better survival rates than those in third class. This highlights the importance of socio-economic factors in survival outcomes. And survival by age group. Infants and children had relatively high survival rates, because they were prioritized during the rescue. Adults had lower survival rates due to a large number and limited access to lifeboats. Then survival by embarkation port. Passengers who board from Cherbourg had significantly higher rates than those from Queenstown and Southampton. This may reflect the socio-economic backgrounds of passengers embarking at these locations. Then relationship between age, fare, and survival by gender. This visual representation shows how age, fare, and gender interact to influence survival rates. For instance, young females who paid higher fares and had the highest survival probability. The code of Titanic Survival Predictions. About dataset. The Titanic Survival Prediction is a classic data science project based on the Titanic dataset, which contains information about passengers who were on the board Titanic, including whether they survived or not. Data analysis and visualization step: NumPy for numerical operation, Pandas for data manipulation and analysis, Seaborn and Matplotlib for creating detailed visualizations. Here are some visualization settings. Then I import the CSV file here, which are reading the data set, which shows some columns and rows selected from the file. Then Titanic dataset, this line of code shows the summary: 891 instances with 11 features and one output variable. Titanic 1.describe and Titanic 1.info are showing some columns and rows like count, mean, standard deviation. Minimum 25% of the data was 50%, 75%, and the max. Then exploring columns, df train data frame copy we just created, dot columns. Characteristics of a pandas data frame: it gives you a list of all column names in the data frame. You can see the chart visualizing the data types. This code creates a pie chart that visualizes and represents the portion of different data types, integers, floats, and strings present in the Titanic dataset. This chart includes percentage, label, an explored view of the slices, a shadow effect, and a customized file. Then analyzing the fear and the age distribution. In this sense, the code takes the Titanic 1 data frame, focuses on the fear and age column, and then calculates present a summary table. You can see in the output containing the maximum, minimum, median, average, skewness, standard deviation for each of those columns. Then method to find the missing values: Titanic 1 dot null. This part checks each cell in the Titanic 1 data frame, returns true if the cell is empty and false otherwise. Here you can see the maximum df missing value and formatted df missing value. This shows the missing number and missing percentages. You can see cabin was 77% missing data, age contains 19, and embarked 0.22. So here you can see the chart, heat map. This code uses the Seaborn and Matplotlib to visualize missing values with the Titanic dataset. The heat map uses color to represent whether the data is present of missing in each cell, providing a clear visual overview of the dataset. Then for finding the missing values, this code basically identifies missing values in the age and embarked column of the Titanic set and the cabin. This fills missing values using different strategies, scan and imputation. This process ensures that the dataset is completely and ready for further analysis on model building. Here you can see its output, skewness. This code generates a figure with subplots, histograms, and box plots. Here you can see age and fear. By visualizing these distributions, you can understand the understanding of their shape, center, shape, projection, skewness if the data is not symmetrical. So this code is doing this. Here you can I use apply a log transformations for fear. This is for fear, and the log transformations for age too. Then outliers removal. Outliers removals can have a significant impact on the statistical analysis and model building. Here's why we sometimes remove them. Outliers can skew statistical measures like mean, standard deviation, and correlation. Removing them led to the more accurate and representative statistical analysis, improving the data with the IQR interquartile range. This code reads the Titanic dataset, creates a figure with 4 subplots, and then uses Seaborn to create histograms and box plots to visualize the distribution of fear, age, and columns. This helps in understanding the dataset characteristics. Then extracting their name. This line simply remains the columns of the title frequency, showing the title frequency. Here's the name. Title and showing occurrences, Mr., Mrs., extracting the title from the name. This Prints the title frequency data frame to console, displaying the table of the titles and their frequency, and then family size if people were traveling with their family or if they were traveling alone. Here it uses sum of sibling spouse plus perk, which shows some columns and rows is alone, people who were traveling alone. Then data analysis and visualization, survival by gender. In this sense, this code segment creates a bar plot that visually compares the survival rates of male and female passengers on the Titanic, making it easy to see differences in survival based on gender. I hope this explanation is helpful. Then survival by percentage class. This code isolates the passenger for a specific isolates the passenger who survived, represented by a 1 in the survived column. Finally, it converts the proportion to a percentage and prints it to the console. This one was percentage of pre-class is equal to 1 who survived, percentage of pre-class 2 who survived, and 3 who survived. Then here it shows the chart. Mostly people who survived was of Southampton and Queenstown. Then survival count, females who survived and the males who survived. Count of females who survived was of 33 to 33%, and then females who do not survive is equal to the 81%. Males who survived was 109, and do not survive was of 468. So basically this is doing the survival count, then showing chart based on the age groups. Here you can see infants, toddlers, kids, teens, youngs, middle-aged, old, and unknown. I also draw a pie chart showing their percentage ratio. Then sibling and spouse survival rates. This show in this it shortly represents the sibling, spouse, and their count rate. And then here you can see who survived. It is clear that the people with more siblings or spouse abroad were less likely to survive. You can see. Then survival by the impact. As I told you, this is basically showing the 3 ports where they stopped, and mostly people who survived was of Southampton and Queenstown. Then a pair plot analysis of fear and age, fear and survival by sex. Basically this shows the relationship. I use the separate colors for males and females. So I hope this presentation was helpful. Thank you.